The Austrian DRS system started with 1st of January 25. You have to know about Austrians that we are caring a lot about our environment. Many of us are getting quite angry if there are some bottles and cans around in the nature, and therefore the support for the system is a very big one. We have in our system PET bottles and cans. We have a deposit fee of 25 cents, and we have more or less all beverages in the system with some exceptions for milk. We started campaigning with beginning of January last year to inform all consumers about the change, because 25-cent deposit fee is a lot of money. That's a big change for everyone. For producers, they have to change the labels. For retailers, they have to upgrade the RVMs. And the consumer has to do a new process. So there was a lot of uncertainty, a lot of discussions if the system will work or not. That's part of a change process. Some lobbying from parties who did not support the system. But overall, from beginning on, it worked very well. We had a very high number of return vending machines. And they were part of life already up front, because we have a very high refillable share in the beer category, that's 60%. So all Austrians know how to use return vending machines. Now it's just that you have more of them, and that you have them maybe in an outlet, in a cinema or somewhere where you did not have it up front. But the process of a deposit system was already very much known, which helped already a lot for the implementation. It's a big success because support from consumers further increased, and we reached a return rate of 80% stated by law. We could overachieve it, and I would say that's a big success.
This is our main sorting center here in Mühlendorf, where 90% of the return containers are sorted, but we have some other partners in Austria which are also sorting materials for us. The products come in and they were sorted into different fractions. So the first fraction is aluminium. Then we have PET transparent green, PET transparent clear, PET transparent blue, and a mixed fraction. The material is then pressed into bales, and from here on it's sold back to the producers. And the material is completely used into new containers. Each producer has to register himself in the Austrian Deposit System. After the registration is done, the producer is allowed to put the products on the market. We invoice the so-called producer fee for each product which is put on the market, and also the deposit. You can use for returning the containers a RVM, as you can see it here, or there is also a manual collection in Austria. If the consumer returns the container, he gets the deposit back, and it's paid by the retailer. And the retailer gets back the deposit from us, because it's a centralized system, and the so-called handling fee. This is a compensation for the costs the retailers have for returning the containers. So for buying a machine and cleaning the machine and maintenance, everything is included in this so-called handling fee. The material of the returning container is owned by us, and we are sorting it, and then we are selling the materials. The producers are allowed to buy back the amount of material they put onto the market for a good price. So they can keep the materials into the loop quite easily, which is also required by SOP since last year. That's a unique system in Austria, I think, because the RVMs are owned by the retailers themselves. So if a container is returned by the consumer, the containers are compacted. So we have a reduced volume. They are collecting the bags with the cans and the plastic container. They are bringing it with their existing logistics to the central warehouses where they are baled. And these mixed bales are the input material in our sorting plants. The small shops which don't have central warehouses and bales installed, they are able to deliver the bags. But I think this is 2% of the total amount.
I'm coming from the beverage industry. So I was with multinationals, but also smaller ones in the last 20 years. It helped, of course, a lot that I'm very well aware about all processes in the industry, but also retail. Of course, there are always things you can do better, but with the time constraint we had, I think we have done a good job.
I live in Vienna in the city center, and you can see that there are no containers on the streets anymore. That's really visible for each consumer.